Hey, this is Josephine from the Pointe shop, and I'm with Beckanne Sisk, who's a good friend of mine, and I'm at Ballet West, and we're going to talk about what she does to her pointe shoes and how that can help you too.
I wear Block European Balance. They're like the only shoe that is like has a short box and is square enough for my toes because I have short toes, but they're all like the same length and the same width as like.
She basically has like the best foot shape for pointe work because they're like all the same length and like there's no like one toe that's like sticking out or anything. So it's like usually everybody's toes are like so tapered, they have like one toe that's sticking out.
Yeah.
And then it's like pressing on the ground or like whatever, but there's a perfect. And this is actually a pretty common shoe.
Yeah,
so
a lot of people wear these.
Right, so like the Block European Balance is very common. It's one of the most popular shoes on the market, but it's not that common with professionals. Yeah, so normally you guys are in Freeds and you guys are in Makers and Custom and everything, but you know, she's like straight out of the box. So like she is easiest ever. And you have the same size on both feet.
Yeah.
Low maintenance.
I sew kind of weird like this so that it pulls up the whole heel.
Oh wow, you do sew it really interesting. So she actually goes through the entire canvas and satin part. So a lot of people will just go through like the canvas so it doesn't show, but there is a function to this because it's pulling up the fabric, the extra fabric.
But I feel like they would take the elastic and sew it right here. But when I tried that, it kind of like made the shoe cut into my heel. And so I found that this is just so much better and more comfortable. It doesn't like cut the back of my heel. I don't get blisters or anything back there.
Oh, interesting. So if I flip this over, she sews it like sideways, which like I don't really see this very often at all. Like most people will have it more vertical or it's slanted, but this is completely sideways. So she goes through the whole shoe and it's probably a lot more secure this way.
Yeah.
I mean, you do a lot. How long does this take you to do?
Like I would say half an hour.
That's
if I'm just straight up sewing the whole time, like 30 minutes.
Yeah, like usually people, because they have to sew so quickly, they'll like just do one line.
Oh yeah,
and then it comes off.
I can't. I stress way too much, way too much.
And then your heel stays on really well.
Yeah.
So the heel actually comes up pretty high, and then as you can see, like the drawstring like pulls into the heel a lot too, so it stays on pretty well. And like I've noticed that of the pointe shoe brands, like Block stays on the heel the best.
Yeah, they really do.
Because like all the other shoes, it doesn't go in like this, it kind of goes straight up.
Yeah, it really is a big heel. I've never really noticed that. Okay, so first, like usually before I even sew anything on, I will glue. So I need to, first I have to decide like right foot, left foot. And I can usually do that by looking at the tips of the boxes like this, because like they're never exactly the same.
No.
Like they're just not. There's always going to be one that's going to be better for the right foot or left foot.
Even though they're made on like the straight same last, that's always true because it's all handmade. So if the maker like sneezes in the middle of the production, it's like a different shoe.
Right.
So you can kind of see that way. Or if you can't tell by your eye, you can always just put it on too
and feel.
And then switch them, see which one feels better.
It's true. So this is going to be right foot, this is going to be left. And first, so I'll take them and I glue. So I use hot stuff. It's like jet glue or pointe shoe glue or, you know. And so this is going to be my right foot. So what I do is I take the outside of the shoe.
So you kind of make like an extended wing. Like you make the wings longer.
Yeah, I do this so that it kind of pushes me more towards my big toe, so I don't sickle or I'm less like right in the middle.
Oh, that's a really good tip. So because these are supposed to be straight, there's no left or right, but if you need more support on one side more than the other, then you can always jet glue the side. Now, Beckanne's really flexible, so she can use a lot of glue like this. If you use a lot of glue, it might just get crunchy. And
I mean, the glue is very, very hard.
Yes.
It totally changes the shoe. So on the outside of the shoe, I'll do that. I'll glue a little farther out. And then on the inside, I'm just gonna do a little bit, just to kind of add some strength.
So that's just going on the creases of the shank.
Then I usually try to wear them for just bar. and I try to feel and just kind of break in the shank where I want it to. And after that, after I've kind of let it like find where it wants to break, I take more of the hot stuff and I'll glue from like right here to like right under my heel.
So this is pretty low. This particular shoe kind of breaks a little bit low.
Yes,
so she wants to have a little bit more strength towards the bottom.
Yeah.
If you're wearing a different brand, you may not need to do that. You might need it just like on the arch or whatever, but this one, you can go a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
So some people jet glue before you start wearing it at all, and then Beckanne will be like, you know, bar and then jet glue.
Yeah. So I feel like Grishkos usually break like in a specific spot.
Totally.
But with these, I like it because since they do bend lower, I can almost like manipulate them myself to bend exactly where I want them to.
Yes, so this is considered a full shank. It's a softer full shank, and then Grishko and some of the other point shoe models, they're like a 3/4 shank, so they will only break at a certain point, so that's true. I noticed that you sew your elastic super tight.
I do.
This is like, I can't even fit my hand in here.
Yeah, I love my elastic pretty tight. Like I want it to be kind of a struggle to put on my foot. I like to feel really secure in my shoe. And what's weird is like I find that like when I do my elastic tighter, it also helps the shoe fit to my foot and bend exactly where I need it to bend.
And that's because you're really strong. Like your feet are really, really strong. So some dancers, if you do this, it'll actually pull you back because your ankle is not as strong, so it'll kind of like push you back towards the back of your platform. Yeah. So yeah, if you look at her elastic, this is how short it is. This is kind of a tighter shoe anyway to begin with. Yeah. So most professionals will wear their shoes a little bit tighter, so it's a little bit more secure. Yeah. So Beckanne's no exception. And what kind of toe pads do you wear?
I don't wear toe pads. I just wear paper towel.
So that's common too, because you can feel like your toes and everything at the end of the shoe.
Yeah, I tried toe pads, but first of all, they smell so bad.
So bad.
I hated having to like take them home and wash them every day.
Yeah.
So I found that paper towel worked. I mean, I have to change them out like every hour. I need a new paper towel just because the sweat, like they just disintegrate. But I like being able to feel the floor. And toe pads made my toes go numb. Like kind of, I don't know, it was too much in my shoe.
Yes, and that's true for most professionals too, because they have a lot of callus on their feet and a lot of muscle, so they don't really need to have a lot of cushiony stuff. And when I fit dancers in training, of course that feels more comfortable, but really you're not moving the shoe as much when there's a lot of stuff on your foot. So our goal is to get you to a point where you're not wearing a lot of toe pad, or you're wearing different materials so that it's a lot thinner, so you have more control over your feet. To review, she jet glues more on one side.
Outside, inside.
Outside, inside. Do you jet glue the shank at all, the actual shank?
Not on the inside.
Okay, so you can do either one. You can do outside or inside. You'll figure out which one is better for you. Beckanne does it on the outside. And after that, she sews it really tight. Super tight. I think my foot would be like choking in that foot.
I know, it's probably really not good for you, so don't really take my advice. You know, just check it out. See.
Their foot like turns purple. Like you have to cut it off now. There's like no blood circulation. And then you wear a non-stretch ribbon.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
I tried the stretch ribbons. And that was in high school, and I liked it, but now I feel like I need more support. So I really like these because, I mean, not only do I sew my elastics tight, but I tie my ribbons really tight.
It's like really choking. If you feel like you are getting choked inside your point shoes, the stretchy ribbon is great. And also there's like, have you ever done this like sewn on like this way?
I tried that once and I hated it.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Then why didn't you like this?
Because I couldn't pull, like I like this because it pulls up the whole side, you know? But whenever I went like through the bottom and around too, when they connected, it didn't pull the shoe the same.
Okay, so this is all dancers' preference. Yeah. So some people feel really comfortable with the stretchy ribbon. Yeah. For Beckanne, she needs everything to be super tight and super supportive. So everything is going to be like really, really tight. How long do these last you?
It depends. Like if I'm doing a lot of pas de deux and stuff, then they die pretty fast. Like that could be like a day or half a day if it's like really hard pas. But if it's not too much partnering, then I mean they can last me up to a week or more.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, especially for a pretty soft shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it depends on how you work in your shoes too. I definitely had, I interviewed a professional dancer who made her pointe shoes last like 3 months. That's like impossible.
Crazy.
Also, she was like teeny and like she didn't weigh anything. And she was,
so
she was
just like
she was basically wearing bricks. But like I have seen anywhere from like I wear my pointe shoes for 2 hours to you know, but generally it's about a week. I've noticed. About a week.
It's always good to have more than one pair sewn at a time. And I find that they last longer if I like throughout the day am switching from shoe to shoe. They all like if they have time to sit and dry, then they last longer.
She has Swan Lake coming up. How many pointe shoes do you think you'll go through?
Oh gosh. If they do get bad enough, I would say like I could see myself doing 2 pairs. Yeah.
So just like 2 wax each.
Yeah.
So that's actually not bad.
No.
Yeah, that's not bad. I know that sounds horrible to you guys or to the moms that are watching, but that's not bad for a professional. My phone keeps ringing. I'm sorry. Okay. No, that's probably like my mom. Okay, so thank you so much for showing me your pointe shoe hacks.
Of course.
And look forward to Swan Lake if you're in Utah. If you, come say hi.
Yeah.
And go watch Swan Lake.
Yep.